this is me trying to get the hang of dual wielding or power stancing. Power stancing to great swords, curved great swords. Just so then if I'm not using the Bloodhound Fang in my main hand, I can experiment with different ashes of war. But it definitely took me a second to get used to, because you have to use L2 instead of L2, L1 instead of R1. But I think at some point I switch back to not dual wielding in this video, and then by the end I started to really like it. Okay, so I think I was trying to just peep around the corner there, and I just got absolutely pelted, and yeah, I got pelted and then panicked and just ran, and you saw how that turned out for me, so okay. Just two of them when they're the same distance from each other isn't bad, because I find I can just get up to them really close and hit them both at once. Quick up the hallway. See my pile of souls, of runes, not souls. So this time I'm going for a more stealthy approach, and then immediately withdrawing to try to lure them out. At least, maybe not one at a time, but less at a time. And this is just another version of me using the architecture of Raya Lucaria to my advantage, as someone who tends to kind of freak out in large groups. Okay, so that's one down, but I've definitely got hit a few times. Their attacks don't do too much damage though, so okay. There's two down, and there's still two right there, but let's hide a little bit again, get prepared, try to split these mobs up just a little bit, even. Just a little bit. I love the Academy. It's even the music design is just ingenious. It really provides such an interesting atmosphere. Nice. Okay, we got those sorcerers. But yeah, I think the music really gives this magical quality, this element of mystery. Oh, and we've got a warrior jar, and they are a little bit more tanky. They have a little more health, so pretty sure I already knew that that was a portrait of Rennala at this point, but it's very interesting to see what type of decor they have and what purpose that decor may serve. Okay, so door ahead. And finally, it was a truthful message. Because of that, I have to applaud the message. I'll try to applaud messages that were actually useful. And some funny ones as well. But if it helps the person out, why not? Just click a few buttons. Stone sword key. Lovely. I feel like I am frequently running short on those, so I'll definitely appreciate getting a stone sword key at any moment. Okay, so it looks like there is not much else in this room other than this ladder. So let's go up the ladder into the upper chambers of this room. And I am immediately kind of trying to take in everything and see if there are any enemies up here. And it doesn't appear that there are any enemies, but I feel like so many times I'm a pretty jumpy person in general, and there are so many times where I go to an upper area of somewhere that I think, oh, it'll be fine, there's not going to be anyone up here, and I end up like doing a mini scream or something because I get scared by someone or something, and I'm sure my neighbors get confused. Okay, so let's go down here. I guess explore the little lattice. And, okay, let's just go down. This seems to be the way to go. And I am in between walls, it seems. That would be a touch claustrophobic, but okay. No secret paths, and I guess let's go down the hole. Okay, so I immediately kind of duck back to the corner because it kind of looked like a boss room to me, that there could be a boss there, but instead there were just all these little baby jars. I was able to defeat that boss on the first or second try, so level up your weapons, folks. Don't be like me. Wow, that is a gorgeous view ahead. We've got a beautiful view of the Erd tree over there, and just the messages of people appreciating said view. First we're going up the ladder, up the ladder, up the ladder. Got some stairs. Oh, broken window. That looks like a pathway. But let's first check this out. I try to check out the other options before I jump down something that looks like it will be tough to, like you won't be able to jump up again and get out of that area. Seems familiar. Oh, this is where we just fought the Red Wolf of Radagon, and this boss arena is also one of the popular loading screens for the game, so I like when I recognize a loading screen because I feel like I have finally got somewhere significant. Okay, so I just got something from this chest, and let's check it out. It is the Radicon Icon. Now this, I think, will be some very interesting lore later on when I'm researching that, because there are a few elements of Radagon here so far, but I know that Radagon is the ex-husband of Rennala, who's the, queen of Raya Lucaria, so I'm sure that will make for a interesting lore video, and just lore in general. Not necessarily my video, but in the future. Okay, so now we are in a courtyard, past the Red Wolf Radagon's chamber. And, okay, there's an item up there. And I feel like this moment, things like this can just be some of the most tilting moments in gaming. Let's see how long it takes me to attempt to jump onto one surface. Oh, it's so frustrating, but I finally did it. Stone Sword Key. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I despise the Iron Maidens. They are so frustrating to me. I have died many times to, if you go down the elevator wheels at the bottom of Raya Lucaria, there is one there who I died to a few times and then was teleported to Volcano Manor, just like Patches said. And I didn't do much in Volcano Manor yet because I figure I wanted to focus on one area at a time, but these Iron Maidens definitely stress me out, so... Oh. Anyways, I was just running away from it, and I guess I found this magical crab. Magical crab. Nice, and I got a glintstone crown. A cuckoo glintstone crown. So now I can match them if I want. Oh, and we've got another crab. This one's quite less shiny. this is just a little further in the courtyard. Okay, yeah, we're on the right side. And I guess I had explored most of the area and just knew I had to go over this way. And there is a Indiana Jones style boulder trap, so try to avoid that. And okay, still get crushed by the boulder, but luckily it does not kill me. And let's go inside before I can get crushed again. Heal up, and oh, it looks like there is a teleporter here, a magical teleporter, which I wasn't going to go through at this point, so I just left a little marker for where it was so I can revisit it later if I choose. But for now, I wanted to focus on the Academy. Okay, we got a big room in there, and it looks like there is a mysterious lurking figure in that doorway, silhouetted in the doorway, so I think I was trying to avoid them, but alas, they have found me. And this is Moongrum, a carrion knight, Moongrum carrion knight. And this fight was definitely a little challenging. I mean, you can see all the pools of blood of other players who have been defeated by Moongrum. And I feel like it's truly a matter of healing when it's smart to heal, and then going on the offense. But I guess that's literally for any fight. I don't know why I said that like it's special. Okay, I think Moongrum, I think, is making some errors here, not healing. They're being too aggressive. But also maybe they just don't have any more flasks, but they're still putting up a good fight, and that aggression is sometimes what gets me when I'm fighting against someone very aggressive, because because I tend to kind of freak out and get roll catched if they have that ability. Okay, so this is just exploring the area of Moongrum's courtyard. It's just a different time of day, so it is light out again. Exploring all the bushes, making sure I don't miss anything. Golden runes. Oh, okay, that looks like an area I will surely go to. Just want to always check behind me and the corners, and sometimes you even have to look above to see if there's anyone waiting to jump down on you in Souls games. Okay, we've got 2 sorcerers and a pumpkin head. Definitely a little bit of a pickle, You can see I'm just roll spamming there to, again, hide behind this wall, using that architecture again, and just trying to lure them one by one so it's not as overwhelming. Okay, we just got pumpkin smashed. Okay, things are not looking so good, so let's quickly hide behind the wall and heal again. Oh, well, okay, that kind of worked out. I definitely did not fall on purpose there, but it certainly worked in my favor, so I was out of their hitting range. And once I did that, I kind of realized it doesn't look like they will follow me down the hole or ladder, so I have got a big safe zone there, so I can definitely kind of cheese that out. And I did. And I got a pumpkin head from it. I feel like I'm collecting a lot of heads in the Academy. I've got a few of the glintstone crowns and a pumpkin head, so I can be fashionable if I choose with those items. But in all honesty, I probably won't use those, but I have the have seen before, so I definitely enjoyed being able to spend some time in this phase because it was so the whole mood of the room and the tone was so well done that I didn't mind having to run around and search, and I guess getting crushed by a chandelier. How Phantom of the Opera. Okay, so we're going back into this phase. But I guess also at this point I didn't know there would be another phase. I kind of had a inkling that there would be, just because this phase seemed a little bit too easy to figure out, but I wasn't sure. So we are just running around. Oh, time to hit Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. Just trying to get those power stance jump attacks to really do some damage. And then it's quite convenient that the person you have to whack shoots books at you, because it makes it clear where they are, so that was definitely a kindness. Because if there was a bunch of people shooting books at you, it would be much harder to figure out which one has the actual aura and which one you actually need to hit. It's interesting that these toe nibblers can also breathe fire. Very interesting. Okay, let's get Rennala again. And okay. We've got this phase down, and now let's get into the second phase. Okay, so we are in a new arena that is kind of reminiscent of the vacuous spider from Bloodborne. I guess just because it's a watery floor. And okay, immediately Rennala seems like someone I will have to get up close and personal with, or else I will die, because she has many range attacks, it seems. Okay, so let's just skip over the first phase. We know how that works again, and let's just get absolutely blasted by the Queen of the Full Moon. Okay, luckily I didn't get blasted twice in a row. And at least I'm closing the distance between us, but what is she doing now? Oh, that's interesting. Looks like she has a little mini moon attack that is the opposite of that mini sun attack we have seen in that Everjail. Everjail. Who is that guy? The stealer of fire or something. Thief of fire. Okay, so I obviously haven't quite gotten the hang of Rennala yet, but let's not give up, not go hollow, and let's get absolutely blasted again, but this time to our death. That was unsuccessful. Okay. This time I actually caught on that she will likely do that attack right away, and immediately began to close the distance and didn't just stand there like a fool, so that's something. I should heal. Okay, good. Oh, she's also got some pretty neat spin moves. Maybe she did batoning. Okay. She's kind of just laying out the same attacks now. fascinating.